guys, Stuart Tomlinson, Warrior Collective. I hope you're well. Thanks once again for joining us. Another episode of Inside Chat. I'm so stoked and excited to introduce my next guest, world-renowned stuntman, fight choreographer, action director, and recently director, and that is Kenji Tanigaki. Uh, so, Kenji, how are you?
Good, good. Yeah, I'm now in Hong Kong right now to prepare new movie.
It's so amazing to have you on, and I mean, if
Thank
we
you.
talk, I guess for people who may not recognize you, and again, not everyone recognizes the stunt coordinator, the director, but you recently people might know you for Snake Eyes with
Oh
Andrew
yeah,
Koji, and
yeah,
obviously Rurouni Kenshin,
yeah.
which has gone like viral on Netflix, even though it's been going on for a long time, that series. Now it's recently been added to Netflix. I guess it's brought you a whole new audience to your work.
Thank you. Thank you for finding me.
Well, well, like I said, it's amazing to have you on. But for someone who has such a particular style of fight choreography, stunt work,
Hmm.
when did you first start in martial arts?
Martial arts. I
Yes.
think my my starting martial arts is I think around 15 years old. 50, yeah, it's a start the Shorin Kempo. Shorin Kempo is a mixture of the like karate and judo, jujutsu. Is a coming from China and then arranged for Japanese people. So actually, my martial arts career is I mean late, and I'm not like the other Chinese stuntmen. They start the martial arts from 5 years and 6 years old. I'm just of course I was Jackie Chan fan and Hong Kong action movie fan in my childhood, and then I started martial arts. I think around 15, and then Shorin Kempo, and then age 18 I start to do the stunt work in. Do you know Kurata? Master Kurata Yasuaki? He's
It's got an
he.
action school, is it?
Yes, he's a guy. He's a guy. Mm, fought with Jet Li in the Legend Fist of Legend. He's a Japanese old actor, veteran actor. The most of his career is developed in Hong Kong, and then I entered his school, and of course in the school, uh, he's a he is an expert of the karate and judo and aikido. So we also learned this kind of martial arts.
And whereabouts in Japan is that school?
Which one?
Whereabouts in Japan? Where in Japan is it?
Where Osaka,
Uh,
Osaka. I'm from Osaka, and then the school one in Tokyo and the other in Osaka, and then we train in Osaka.
so obviously the martial arts you mentioned, I'm quite familiar with, but you're quite renowned for doing a lot of weapon work in your films. Is that something you've got a history with, doing martial arts with weapons?
I think weapon my the way of using weapon in the movie is just for arranged for the movie. So our weapon is in that school. We of course we train the acrobatic things like gymnastic exercise and basic of karate, aikido, and judo, and then some bokto. Bokto is a wooden sword like yeah these basic things, and then the reaction which we can use in the movie. So I think the weapon wise, our basic skill is like Japanese sword and Japanese wooden sword. But I think like Rurouni Kenshin, we mm, of course Rurouni Kenshin, because they have manga original story. So we just followed their, you know, their essence, their story, because the main character, their way of using sword is very fast. uh, People watching his sword, it looks like three sword. It looks like three sword. In uh, it looks like he using three sword. Actually, just one sword. So how to visualize? We just considered about how to visualize these kind of things. So I think it's not very uh, you know, uh, what can I say? It's not very related for my martial arts history.
Okay. I
Yes.
understand, yeah. So obviously with Rurouni Kenshin, there's a very particular style of fast sword work with that, and you seem to find this really nice balance between CGI and wire work. You don't
Mm,
over, it doesn't look uh, full of special effects. It's really
mm,
you've done a really great job of making an old
Thank you. Thank you.
samurai period drama look very modern, and yet still keep that,
Mm.
like you said, manga-esque fight sequences.
Yes.
How did
Yes.
you
Manga.
how did you approach putting that together then? Because another thing you're really good at is you get your actors and stuntmen to perform
Mm,
phenomenally, really brilliant.
mm. I think, of course, before we start to shoot, I reread the manga, and then okay, oh, we can do this, do this action, and we can do this, and then we just follow the movement, and then that's the first time, it's the first contact, and I read second times, and then actually, I gave up. I gave up to follow them because manga has a manga's specialty, and then the movie has movie specialty, because manga is, something like still photo, right? So cannot express the choreograph, how they come, and this punch and this sword, right? Like these kind of things, they cannot express. So my way of thinking is, my way of thought is, okay, we try to capture capture some movement between this still photo and this still photo, this manga and this manga's movement, and this this movement. We try to capture the inside, some choreograph. So yeah, so our approach is, not try to copy the essence of manga. Of course, some special skill like jumping and like this kind of special skill we must follow. But the choreograph wise, we try to do something different. And what kind of difference is, Japanese sword is very traditional sword work. Is okay. You are here and I'm here, and then I do. I uh, try to kill you, but we have the gap, right? If we shoot like this, of course we can. I cannot hit you, but uh, I try to hit. I try to use the sword to hit them. So we developed some kind of safety sword. Of course, if I hit you, it's painful, but not die. Is there is there If we use a sword, which we usually use in the very traditional Japanese movie, it's made from wood, so it's very painful, and when we will die from sometimes. So we try to make some special sword that makes our distance very closer, because before we shot Rurouni Kenshin, I finished to shoot Flashpoint, Flashpoint, Donnie's Flashpoint, and Flashpoint is that MMA distance, very close, not like this distance, very close, bah, 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 like this, right? So I try to catch this feeling to the Japanese sword. So I will try to do the very close, try to use the Japanese sword fight with very close distance. So I think that's the most difficult part of the of shoot first one.
Yeah, I mean the films are filled with such amazing fight sequences, and also they've all got their own particular style, haven't they? The way that they approach their weapons, and which is your out of that whole series then? Which are your favorite kind of fight scenes that you look back on? You think, oh, that was my best one, or that one's I really like.
How about you?
Do you know it's really difficult. If I'm talking about the first film, I guess it's when he is facing off against all the different um, attackers outside the dojo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I really like that one.
yeah, I got
Um,
it.
and I liked the one. I think it might be the second film where they're on the other side of the bridge. Um, is that the
Uh-huh.
second or the first film? I'm not sure actually. When they're fighting on the other side of the bridge, but like I said, there's lots, isn't there? It's hard to pick apart. I'm guessing for me, I'm just wondering, is the one that you really enjoyed putting together because of its complexity? Yeah, again, second one when they're in the boat and they're in the boat and they're all fighting the main
Okay,
villain. That's
yeah,
another great fight scene.
four
Um,
guys fight one villain.
yeah, it's
Uh,
like there's a lot, isn't there? There's loads of amazing ones.
wow, that's not easy, right? To me, if you ask me today, maybe yesterday, maybe yesterday or tomorrow, I will have the different answer. Today, you ask me, let's say, the ending fight of the last chapter, the final. One guy, Makenyu. He's a Sanichiba's son. Makenyu, Enishi fight with Kenshin. That part is very mm, challenging to me. Yeah, yeah, my impression is very deep. I love that scene.
I mean, I always look at your like I watched your highlight reel before, but I always watch the previs videos you put up, and they're almost even better than the films sometimes because you can see everyone working hard on the sequence. How were the actors to train in Rurouni Kenshin? How was because it was is it Takara Sato who's the main lead?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, he's amazing. He's an amazing actor, and his physical skill is very good. And his body. He has strong body. He's very skinny, but he has very strong body. And then he's very eager to training. I think first one we have almost 3 hours, 3 months training before we shoot. So yeah, we train together and we learn each other. So that's a very interesting process.
And obviously, one of your more recent films that people listening or watching to this might know quite well is Snake Eyes, because
Mhm.
it's quite a big Hollywood film, isn't it? So
Yeah.
big budget, a bit different. It was quite a lot of it was shot in Vancouver, wasn't it? I think from what I can remember. And obviously, you had really up and coming, well, not up and coming, but very very current modern stars in Andrew Koji,
Yeah.
Henry Golding, Aiku
Yeah.
Uwe. So it's a very talented cast.
Yeah.
How did you and again the fight sequences in that film are amazing. How did you enjoy the process with that film then?
Yeah, luckily we have a very good, amazing actor like Andre Koji and Henry Golding, and Canadian stuntman. I blow some of Japanese stunties, and then we worked with the Canadian stuntmen. They are very good and great skill and great attitude and great, very amazing. So I think I really enjoy the process shot in Vancouver. So I think actually day one, they already have a good skill, especially Andrew Koji, Henry Golding. We just adjust to their character, like Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. So yeah, day one is already there, very good. And then day two, day three, if Snake Eyes, how how he move. If Storm Shadow, how he move. Like okay, try to do the double sword. And oh, Snake Eyes because he was Street Fighter before he joined Arashikage. So how we add the uh, flavor of street fight? Oh, let's try to have the chain. If you fight with the chain, how we fight? So this kind of things we collaborate and not not we just choreograph and then they do it. No, you do it. No, not like this. We talk together, talk each other. And Andrew Koji, he gives some idea, and Henry Golding he gives some idea like ego, ego wise. He he taught me a lot of Shirak technique. He gave a lot of idea, so we just mixed it up. So it's very fun.
And how different was it working on that film as opposed to working in Asia? So obviously it's a big Hollywood budget film, wasn't it? Was it very different to working on the other films before that?
Um, I of course the budget higher budget and higher and yeah good Harry production, but the basically it's the same. Uh, what the same is of course I try to make the condition which is which we usually we how we work on the set like in Asia, in Hong Kong, China, Japan, and they are willing to listening my idea because the producer Jeff Waxman he was the also producer of the John Wick 2 and 3. So he knows how we work and how to work with us. So I think, for example, one day Jeff had a dinner with Chad Starsky, Chad, and then Chad told him, "Oh, okay, second unit director, let Kenji do the second unit director. He can do that." So Chad helped to say something, and then Jeff willing to letting me do the second director or fight coordinator. So they helped him a lot. So yeah, and then Canadian stunt coordinator Kimani Ray Smith. Uh, yeah, he helped me a lot, and our collaboration is very good. And he introduced a lot of very good Canadian stuntmen. Yeah, and he introduced the Red Chan.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah we talked. I talked with him last night.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So our connection is very getting closer and closer. So I think it's very good experience to me.
Yeah, no, Vancouver is where they film a lot of Netflix productions, don't they? They
Yeah,
film a lot there. Um,
yeah. And one day in Chinese restaurant, I met Larry Ram. Yeah, because his son Keanu Ram was in our stunt team, and then in one day, it looks like Keanu Ram, but it's a little bit older. Huh? Is it Larry Ram? And then I I asked him, "Are you Larry Lam?" Yes, yeah. And then we made friend.
Oh, it's a
So that
small world. It is a small world.
yeah, that's Vancouver. Yeah, small world.
I was in Vancouver while you were filming Snake Eyes.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I met Andrew Koji for lunch one day um, during the
Oh,
shoot. I was like fingers crossed I can come and have a look at the set, but then I never got to be able to come and have a look. But yeah, no, I was like fingers crossed I can come and check out the set and what's going on.
wow. Andrew Koji. Yeah, he's very yeah. His skills helped us a lot.
Yeah, no, when I watched your previs, he looked really good actually, Andrew. I was like, wow, Andrew, that was amazing.
It's a training video, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good.
So, obviously before Snake Eyes and around Rurouni Kenshin, you've done loads of films with Donnie Yen, and actually you stepped into the director's chair, didn't you? On is it Here Comes the Fat Dragon?
Yeah, Enter the Fat Dragon.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So how was moving into that role as a director?
Yeah. Originally, is 2018, no, 2017. I went to Hong Kong to help him to shoot one movie. It's called Big Brother. Big Brother. It's it's a smaller film and less action. And then we prepare next film. But that story is somehow is very complicated. And then they gave up to shoot that story. And then Donnie talked with Won Jing. Won Jing is another big Hong Kong director, and he was a producer of the film. And they talked to each other. Hey, what kind of story we can shoot? We must shoot one more movie. And then Donnie suddenly remind one story reminds him. That's the actually commercial film. One Hong Kong commercial, which I directed before for Donnie. That's the skinny Donnie and compete with skinny Donnie compete with a fat Donnie. Is a yeah just 60 second commercial, and then people love that character of the funny fatty Donnie. So hey, let's shoot this guy to make one movie, and then producer laughs that. Hey, well, who do the director? And Donnie said, oh Kenji, because he's in Hong Kong now. So they call me to make some story, and then Hong Kong is very fast, right? Everything fast, yeah. Make the story, make the script, and then cast other actors and let's shoot like this.
Oh, it must have been an amazing experience because obviously you've filmed with Donnie Yen off and on for a long time, haven't you?
Yes, it's the first our collaboration is 1995. 1995 is a TV series. It's called the Fist of Fury. Fist of Fury TV series, and that's one of the director was Benny Chan.
And that Benny Chan was the director of Raging Fire that you just finished in China last year.
Yes. So after I finished to shoot the Rurouni Kenshin, and then I went to Hong Kong next day to help him to shoot some part of Raging Fire. Mainly, I shot the ending fight between Donnie Yang and Nicolas Cage, and then uh, the finished the shooting around the beginning of August, and then 3 days later, I went to Vancouver to shoot to prepare the Snake Eyes. So busy year. 2019 was a very busy year. Yeah, but I feel very satisfied.
So obviously the only Japanese member of the Hong Kong stunt team and
Oh,
an award winner. What projects do you want to do next? What do you really want to do going forward?
ah, actually, yeah, some story I wanna shoot, but now I'm very free, free. So I think, of course, I will concentrate the film which uh preparing in Hong Kong right now, Kowloon Wall City, and maybe next year. Yeah, of course, shoot until next February, next year February, this movie, and then next maybe some movie maybe we will shoot in Toronto, or maybe some movie I must go to India. So I think, now I feel free. Somebody need me. Somebody request me to go there. I just go there because, if I stay just in Japan or Hong Kong, okay, everybody we know everybody, we know each other. But like Snake Eyes, that's very good entrance to me because, uh, I can know I know a lot of very good talent and very good, great other talent, and very, yeah, a lot of people. And so, yeah, yeah I accept I will accept any project if you need me.
Well, but people, you have a great reputation with people in the industry for your obviously skill and ability. Um, how is there anyone? Obviously, you've worked with Donnie Yen, you've worked with Jackie Chan. Who is there anyone that you'd like to work with on a film? Is there any particular actor or director you'd really like to work with?
Many people, many, like, of course, in my childhood, I love, of course, Jackie Chan, and of course Jet Li, like Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I think, ma- yeah, if if I just stayed in Japan to shoot Japanese movie, that's no chance. But now, it's like, yeah, the gate was open, so I think, yeah, I will work with many other talent.
And if someone who was watching this wanted to be a stuntman or a fight choreographer like you, what would your advice to them be? What would you say? This is what you need to do to get into stunts.
I think, wow, it's very hard because a lot of essence is a lot of different kind of things mixed up together. So I think, you have your specialty. You must have your specialty. It's like, for example, Rurouni Kenshin. If we shoot Kenshin movie to jump around and fly around, I cannot compete. I cannot compete with Hong Kong action director because, like Chen Xiutong, like, yeah, any other people, because, they are very good at to shoot the flying things. So we just stay on the ass. So don't jump, and, we try to keep some domestic things. We don't we try not to follow other other things. It's like, for example, if we shoot a gunfight, our culture is without the gun. So I cannot compete with American people. I cannot compete with other Western people. So I think, we just try to stay our domestic things. It's like Tony Jaa shoot Muay Thai is good, right? And Iko Uwais shoot Silat is very good, right? So, and, we try to some Japanese sword, or some, uh, this kind of things. That's the bottom line. Of course, we must shoot everything, but our very basic bottom lines. We try to be domestic. Yeah. So I think yeah, this is I think very important. Uh, in these 20 years, some breakthrough action movie. I think each movie they kept the domestic feeling. I think so. That's a very important. And then another thing is to be the very good action director. Yeah, let's say action director is a choreographer, stunt coordinator. Must know editing, because I think editing is very important. Uh, Action movie and horror movie is it depends on you how you edit. Is the result is very different. So I think yeah, uh, our era, our generation, we use the stand back to edit a film. But now it's very easy. Just use the iPhone, iMovie to edit around. So I think younger generation can can yeah just edit around and try to shoot around and edit around. That's the uh yeah your original movie, I think.
And do you like fight scenes that other stunt choreographers make? Is there any other fights that you like in other films, like different coordinators, like Brett Chan in Warrior,
Mm.
or Simon Ree? Do you like watching other stunt coordinators' films?
Yes, yes. Of course. Somebody watch the movie because of the actor's name. Somebody watch the movie because of director's name. And yeah, now many people are watching that movie. Oh, because of 8711. Oh, because of Hong Kong, Yang Wu Peng. Because Sam Hong. So I think yes, they have original flavor, even if the different story. But yeah, we know the rhythm. Oh, this kind of flavor and this rhythm and this framing. Oh, maybe summer hall. Oh yeah, summer hall, right? So yeah, yeah. Of course, you know what I'm saying is Donnie and flavor. So I hope I also have this kind of flavor. Yeah.
So how would you describe your flavor then? What do you think of your style of stunt work? Is it
I
fast, high energy?
I don't know. I don't have any flavor yet. I'm like 7-Eleven convenience store. So yeah, just follow the story and then change the flavor. Yeah, but personally I love the power and speed.
Yeah, no. If when I've been watching your films, I start to see some similarities in how you like to show the action. Like I said earlier on, some
Mm.
films rely very heavily on wire work or
Yeah.
special effects, and your films always show the stunt performers' skills
Yeah.
off very well.
Yes. Yes. Because yeah, CGI is good, but you know, for example, I rewatched the Police Story Part One. Now, wow, I just say wow because that the 1985, and then even now I have more feel respect to this movie. If if the if the action movie mainly rely on CGI, their life, they just a short life. Maybe 5 years later, rewatch that movie. Wow, because that a technical wise, technical aspect. Wow, that's very old. So it's very easy to looks old. But if we keep the physical flavor, it's like polystory. Uh, I believe it would be, it would have a longer life.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And Please Story and Project A and Jackie Chan's work
Yeah,
around that era was all phenomenal,
yeah,
and groundbreaking for stunt work in Hong Kong cinema. And I guess that's what I was referring to, is you still pay homage to that old approach of not relying heavily on CGI or special effects, and you can actually
yeah,
see the stunts and the fight scenes
yeah,
being done. So I think it will, like you said, it will age very well because the
mm,
physicalities and the storylines are all there. So with regards to the Jackie Chan films, which ones were your favorites of that period then?
wow. If you ask me today, yeah, let's say Police Story. Maybe if you ask me tomorrow, I will say Project A. But yeah, yeah, the both film. I think he made a lot of great film. I think. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
no, I agree completely. So what film are you working on at the moment? Did you say? Is there anything you can tell us about this film, or are you not allowed to say right now?
Oh, it. The name is Kowloon Wall City. Is a the 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 story is happened around the 1980, around 1982, 3, 4. That's, yeah, that's the year of the, they made, Jackie Chan made the uh My Lucky Stars, Police Story, that kind of era. So this time my action would be more old school, because at that era we don't have the, no armbar or triangle or MMA, so we just try to be primitive and try to be more back to basic. So more old school. Yeah, it's fun. This kind of action we can, yeah, we will build the set of the Kowloon Wall City, and then yeah, like same as usual, do the, yeah, keep the action flavor very primitive, and then more uh more, solid, keep solid.
No, it sounds amazing. Well, I've really enjoyed having you on, Kenji-san. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you
Thank
on
you.
and speak to you. And I'm glad your English is better than my Japanese.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope so. Yeah. Oh,
So
I hope you understand my English.
Oh no, it's your English is very good. My Japanese is very poor. So it's a good job one of us is good at languages. Well, thank you once again.
Thank
Arigatou
you.
gozaimasu,
Thank
Kenji.
you. Yeah.
And it's been amazing. Anyone listening or watching, make sure you follow Kenji on social media, or he's on Instagram. Are you on Facebook as well?
Facebook. Now we stopped. I stopped the Facebook. Mainly Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
So I'll put it in the comments or in the feed for Kenji's social media. Make sure you go and check them out. Well, thank you once again, Kenji.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your day,
Yeah.
and hopefully I will speak to you again soon. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to you very soon. Next year.